Hey everybody, I'm Dina. I'm a Creative Memories independent advisor. I just wanted to show you some of the Creative Memories tools that I use on a regular basis that I find extremely helpful when scrapbooking or Bible journaling or paper crafting of any kind. And excuse the cough. I have been having some asthma problems, so apologize for that in advance. All right, so first of all, this is a Creative Memories lifter stick. I should probably put that way. Anyway, I've got some random piece of paper here, and it lifts them up. If they were teeny tiny little pieces, those are the ones you really have to worry about. These are bigger so you can see them better, but you can't grab a hold of the piece. It's sticky, but it doesn't leave any sticky on here. And it works very well, and you can always, wash this off if it gets dusty or anything. So there's that. I'm a big fan of the Creative Memories lifter stick. And I also have this piece here. This is the multi-purpose tool, and actually this is a special edition color. Let me find my other one. This is the regular color that they always have available. It's got a little sticky on it, and it has sticky on the end because I actually I have something glued down or taped down with the Creative Memories tape runner. So it's glued down. I need to lift it up. You can just put this underneath it, and then you're able to lift it up off this sticky off there. And then this, if you have any rub-ons or anything, you can use this to press it down. So that's what I use that for. I use it all the time, whether it be scrapbooking or Bible journaling or making journals. It's a good friend. This is the 12-inch trimmer. We'll start with the back. It has storage spaces. I have a whole bunch of old ones and new ones. So this is like the wave blade. There's like 8 or 9 different blades. This is for scoring. I don't have all of them. I'll get there eventually, but there's storage on the bottom for them. The blade, this is where the blade comes out. I can't cut myself. I can do this all day. The only way I can cut myself is if I push on that, and then it would come out. It has a storage space for the replacement strip for the mat, the cutting mat for the trimmer, and it just goes in here. You don't have to leave it in the packaging. I just left it in the packaging. This is where the blade goes. Super simple. And then when you cut, you actually push down a little bit to cut. So if you have this lifted up, again, you can't cut yourself. It's very safe. And I've got these little things that hide on either side. You can pull them out. You stick your paper in there, and say you have a line on your piece of paper. I'm just going to draw one right now. Random line. We'll pretend that's straight. Then I have a line on my piece of paper, and I'm going to use, just to make sure it's straight, you can see where you're cutting compared to that border or that line. This is just a scrap piece of paper, so that's handy, and it's on both sides. You have measurements on both sides, top and bottom. So you have inches and centimeters. There's also measurements for common sizes of mats, picture mats. The 45-degree angle, if you're cutting at an angle. Inch settings on the left side. This comes all the way out. You just can't see it because of the field of view of my camera right now. But it goes to just 16¼ inches. So it's plenty big for a 12 by 12 paper. And you can see where it comes out. And this is like 5½ right here, and it just keeps going. So it's really quite handy. And then this is the cutting mat. That is awesome because you don't have to start at one, but you can see where I've been using it a lot. So You can turn it around to go to number 2. You flip it over. Sorry about that. Without hitting your stuff, and you go to 3 and to 4 to use to cut, and it just snips back in there. Just gotta. So it's super easy to use. It's super accurate, and I'm a big fan. However, you do not cut your pictures, your photographs on that. You cut your photographs on the photo trimmer. So this has different photograph sizes that you might have. This kind of goes up and down. When you cut, you don't want to touch this blade. This blade is super sharp. Do not touch that blade. But when you cut, you stick the paper under there, or the picture rather, and I'll just put a corner on here. And to keep it in the same spot, you hold this plastic piece here to hold the paper or the photo rather, and it cuts. Now, it didn't cut very well because this is not a photo. I don't think I have a photo. I won't cut at the moment. Actually, okay, this one here, this is a picture from my honeymoon. And I can totally cut this because I don't need all of this on there. So I'll probably want to do a 3.5 by 5.5 photo on this one. So I'm going to cut probably 1/8 of an inch off of this side because there's not much there. And I'm going to hold on to it. And it makes a beautiful sound, kind of like the sound. So it's cut. Then I'm going to make it 3.5 on this side. Because the pictures that I want to keep full size are going to be the ones of the cathedrals and my husband and myself in the cathedrals. So cut on there. And see, 5.5, that would cut too much of that. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut the bottom of this off, which is about 1/8 of an inch here. So you can still see the ground. Let's see if I like that cut. Well, too late, I already cut it. Yeah, that works. So I just cut that 3.5 by 5.5. and it's the funniest sign I've ever seen. It says, Kennedy's Drumcondra, husband daycare, need time to yourself, need to relax, need to go shopping, leave your husband with us. We look after him for you. You only pay for his drinks. So anyway, I don't even remember where that was. It was off the side of a street. Back to the tools. So this goes to 10.5 inches. So an 8 by 10 photo, be easy to put in here and to cut. Again, inches on the side, inches and centimeters, top and bottom. And on the bottom, storage space, which is awesome. It's easier to pack up. And you can take your scissors, Creative Memories scissors with you. These are just standard paper cutting scissors, super sharp. These are the micro tip scissors for fussy cutting, small details, and they're super pointy and sharp. They come with a cover for them, but since I've got them stored in here, you can't have the cover on. There you go. So that's super handy. One of the best things, excuse me, about traveling with these two is that you take your handy dandy 12-inch trimmer, take your cutter, careful not to hold it under this side, and put it over that space. And they stack really well for storage or for travel versus having them, you know, separate. It just kind of minimizes their packing space for you. So that's that. I also have a decorative trimmer from Creative Memories, which I will demonstrate on this piece of paper over here. And I have used this for borders or decorations for my scrapbooking. But again, you have this little arm that comes out. This goes to 27 centimeters or 10.5 inches, or just past 10.5 inches. You You lift this up here. You have to be careful of this. It's where you can get cut. But the paper goes in here. Line it up however you want to line it up. This one here, it's snapped into place so it doesn't wiggle around. But you unsnap it. And you can snap it on the other side. See, now it's not going to move. And gives you a nice wave pattern. This one also gives you a wave pattern. You just barely push it down. It's just a looser wave pattern. So now I've got this that I could use as a border if I really wanted to, with 2 different wave patterns, or, you know, whatever you want to do with it, or just decoration on a page. You don't have to cut both wave patterns at the same time, of course. You've got the angles noted on here, inches on this side as well. And you can measure how wide you want that cut. So there you go. No storage on the bottom or anything, but it has these little rubber feet to keep it from moving. I lost one a while ago. I have no idea where it went. I haven't seen it. But it's just glued in. I could glue it back in with guess what? Creative Memories has glue. Now it's paper crafting glue, so it's probably not going to be the kind that you would want to use to glue in that. Shake it up really well. You have a Creative Memories Precision Point adhesive pen. Okay, so I might want to use that. So basically you squeeze this little part here, glue comes out, it goes on blue, it dries clear, and just do a little piece here. It's sticky. So I put it down, lift it back up, but now give it a minute to dry and it'll dry well, and it's perfectly safe for your scrapbooking, for those little bits and pieces of embellishments that you might have. It is perfectly safe for that. It's not going to damage anything, and it's very sticky. It works pretty well. It's a little forgiving when you put it down, but a lot of the tape runners and everything are a little forgiving. Speaking of tape runners, I have 2 tape runners I can show you. These are the best tape runners I have found on the market. They do the best job as far as keeping stuff stuck down. They're not going to ruin, it's tape that's not going to ruin your it's tape that's not going to ruin your pictures. So here's tape runner refill cartridge, and it's super nice. Comes in that little box. These come in a little bigger box, but if I need to refill it, you just take that off, take this out. Super easy. Doesn't get much easier than that. Stick the new one back in and you're ready to go. This covers the bottom to keep it from accidentally rubbing on sticky when you're not using it. You're using it, push down, lift up. And if you get a little extra on this one here, let me see, go over the edge a little bit. Here I went over the edge. Just fold it over or fold it back depending on what you need to do, but I just fold it back. And because it comes in little like rectangular strips, and it's probably my best friend when it comes to crafting here. So here's this piece. Put that down. I don't want it down. I get my multi-purpose tool and it helps me pull it up. And it's a little forgiving when you put it down. You see it's already adhered to the paper, but if you need to do that so you can move it, that's what you do. Now, what's even better, I'm going to use this. This comes as a green one because it's different. It's a repositional tape runner. You buy it the same piece, you put it in there, and This helps you move it if it's gone too far and you don't have access to it. Oh, they're little purple dots. Put it down, peel it up. You got little purple dots. All you do is rub them and it comes off. Over time, like months, it'll stick and it'll stay. But it's still, and it goes great in your scrapbook because you've got the scrapbook page covers anyway. So it's actually quite versatile, quite easy to use. Good fun. And then we've got here, this is just a pencil to use on photo paper or near photos. It's a soft pencil. It's not going to damage your photos. You can, it's water soluble. You can write on glass, metal, plastic, wood, whatever. Just sharpen it with a soft pencil sharpener. So you can get like, this is not an advertisement. Prismacolor has a pencil sharpener that's for softer, soft pencils. And if I can pull it up, they have 2 different tips, but that's the pencil sharpener you want, because if you get a standard pencil sharpener for just a regular number 2 pencil, it'll cut it and it won't cut well because this is such soft, quote unquote, lead that it'll just break off. So there's my tip on that. Get yourself a pencil sharpener that works for soft pencils. And that is all I have for the moment. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later. Like and subscribe.